Hey, what's going on, friends? Welcome back into another Wuthering Waves video. Today we have the dev interview and what's been going on in the past 9 months video. We are going to react to this. I'm going to try and allow the video to play in increments, and then I'll talk about sections a little bit at a time, so I'm not pausing it so much. I haven't watched any of this yet. I take the back. I watched like 2 minutes of it, and then I was like, you know what? I want to blind react to it once I get home from work. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let me go ahead and load this bad boy up, and let's get started. Make sure the volume and everything is good as well.
Hello，漂泊者们好，真的是好久没有和大家见面了，我是东策划，欢迎大家收看这次的明朝开发组特别对谈。那么这次节目呢，我们也是邀请到了2位重量级的嘉宾，欢迎二位。
Hello，大家好，我是 Rexland。
大家好，我是原社编辑雨沙丘。
因为自从上一次测试过后，已经也有大概大半年的时间，没有比较正式的跟大家分享明朝的开发进度了。那么也是刚好借着新一次的这一轮测试启动的这么个节点。
Now, before we dive into this, a couple of topics that I hope I hear on this is one, I want to learn more about the environment. In the last video that we did when we were watching the closed beta test 2, there was a couple scenes and everything that I saw that caught my attention, where it's like a mushroom mountain, and then it like transformed into like cherry blossom trees and stuff like that. So I was interested in that, if that's something that we're going to be getting like live environment, or if they're doing more like dynamic environment in certain areas of the game, whereas more like exploration areas and stuff like that may have a little bit less of intricacies. So I'm curious about that. Number two, the biggest topic that I'm curious about is PvP, or not PvP, I'm sorry, co-op, so multiplayer in the game. And then just progression of characters and story. So those are the big topics that I'm looking for. I'll most likely just chime in on a couple areas that are like not these topics that I'm interested in, but we'll go forward and take a look at everything. So I'm excited on this. Like, oh man.
好好聊一些大家都非常关注的问题，同时我们也非常想和大家分享一下明朝到底在过去这一段时间里发生了怎样的变化。
其实我最好奇还是明朝项目组内部是怎么看待上一次的测试的，因为我们在玩家社区能看见各种很热烈的反响，当然有正面的，有负面的。项目组是怎么看待这些声音的呢？
当然，我们开发组是非常在意跟重视漂泊者们的每一条反馈跟建议的。除了
I hope that continues.
反馈，我们也会主动到社区里面去看大家的留言跟讨论。比如说 B 站啊，比如说海外的 Discord 啊。所以测试期间那些比较有争议、闹得沸沸扬扬的点，我们其实全部都看到了。
那当时项目组是不是也承受着比较大的压力？
确实，在测试末期，我们整个开发组的情绪都是比较低落的。一方面，我们确实通过反馈看到了我们一些做的不是很好的，或者说有问题的地方。另外一方面，我们也会每一条评论的去看。那看得越多，我们就想得越多，同时就会更加的焦虑。其实那段时间是比较难熬的。
When you have a team that listens to the community,
非常感谢你的认可。其实也有。
When you have a team that listens to the community and they're not shy to take this harsh criticism, because you have to think about it like this. Whoever developed this game, there was a couple of individuals that they had an idea. Their idea was something that resonated with inside of them, whether it was a team or an individual. This team or individual resonated these ideas, and they put time, effort, soul, heart, mind, everything into creating the world, the environment, the characters, and everything like that. I mean, it's writing a virtual book in a sense. Most authors of books, or most people who create movies and everything, they become very attached to their world, to their environment, to their characters and everything. I can attest to this. I have, for the past 5 years now, been writing, co-writing and co-creating a fantasy world with tons of characters and ideas and stuff like that. And we have huge development on it. And we've tried once before to go forward with it, but it was just completely shot down. And I mean, it really hurt us emotionally. But we're continuing to do it because we know in the future we're only going to get better. We took all the criticism that we got from that and we continue forward. By no means it is as big as this, is it a game or anything like that. But this is something great that I like to hear feedback from them already just in the first 2 minutes of this video. That's really meaningful from this team, that they're going to push forward, that they're taking this harsh criticism to something that they care deeply about. And they're allowing themselves to apply the fixes and changes needed to make the game better for us as individual players.
有挺多漂泊者对明朝的大方向表示了认同和赞扬，所以不管是好的评价或者坏的评价，我们开发组都是非常认真的去看待。对，也是因为有了漂泊者们的所有的这些反馈跟建议，我们才能更努力的把明朝做到更好。
OK， 那么说完客套话，我们还是回到玩家
So
们
much
最
for
关注的话
small
题，
talk.
那就是在
This
这
man just
第一
cut
年
him
的
off.
时间里，明朝究竟做了些什么改动和调整呢？
我可以先简单说个结
man, that
论，
was
就
funny.
是几乎每个模块、每个之前有讨论到的争议问题点，我们都是做了优化的。比如说，可以先说一说我们的场景美术。之前我们比较高频听到的一个反馈就是，明朝的场景有时候太灰
Color
蒙
palette
了，甚至会有些太压抑了。
作为
Yeah.
玩家，我其实很喜欢末世风的，但是
Ain't no one care what you a fan of. My
希望
man,
可以
he
看
said, well, I
一些
liked
不
it.
同
Hey,
的
no one
氛
else
围
did.
当然，场景美术一直是我们项目持续在做的一个重点内容。首先基础的一个场景资产的完成度以及优化我们的渲染表现是一直持续在做的。
Oh, here we go.
明朝场景的一种厚重质感的同时，提升了我们
Okay.
的一个观感跟手绘感，让整个画面会看起来更加舒适。其次呢，其实我们现在会对场景做一个更加细致的氛围分析。
Yo,
比
what?
如说，比较危险的区域，或者说比较重点的剧情区域，我们的整个场景氛围会有更强烈的一个氛围表达，以及更强烈、更厚重的一个质感。那再比如说城镇或者比较安全的区域，我们就会去做一些更加轻快明亮、更加柔和的一些氛围，确保玩家在这样的一个氛围里更长时间的一个体验也不会。
Now that is huge. Just to put this in perspective on an aspect or sense of storytelling, and it's something that people do when they're telling a story or creating a narrative, whether it be anime or video games or movies or books or anything like that, is a lot of time the more important or the more attractive areas when it comes to lore or storytelling, you emphasize on certain things a lot more to bring a sense of realness to this area. So the consumer or the reader or the watcher, they resonate with that area a lot more than they do with other areas because there's more vibrancy. There's a realer feel to it. So it may be like he was saying, in areas that have more sense of danger, then we might have areas that are, maybe it's raining peacefully in a forest where you're just traveling through it or collecting through it. But in an area where you're having to fight a boss or fight mobs or like a intense story is going on, we're going to get that rain, but with thunder and lightning. It'll feel like the vibrancy of the world is living with you and the character and the story. So, I mean, that was one of the things ticked off my list already. I was really interested in that. And he just brought it up within the first 3 minutes. That's crazy.
对，然后最后其实我们也对我们整个画面的写实度进行了一定的下调，为了把我们明朝的这种动画感给做出来，对，我们在调色上也会去参考一些比较优秀、有代表性的一些动漫作品，把整个画面的质感往动画片的方向靠一靠。
Absolutely.
大家在玩这个游戏的时候就跟看动画片一样，会更加的舒适，更加的吸引人的眼球。
And that's perfect. I mean,
画面调整是会同步到
just tell the story in the way that you can portray it the best. Don't try to do something different. If this is the way that's the best way to do it, then stick to what you know.
这个视觉在每一个平台上的一个统一性。
确实，相比之前的测试，明显能看到这一次的场景里多了更多那种明亮的氛围，以及渲染的效果也让人觉得更加舒适了，有了很大的提升。
作为玩家，下一个测试
The way that dude
会
answers is
有
hilarious.
一些新的内容吗？
在场景方面，我们当然也有挺多新的内容的。首先是天气系统，对，我们这次追加了，比如说银河、
Yo, that freaking car was just floating right there.
然后
The Milky Way.
我们也会去做一些明朝世界特有的异象天气。那这些异象天气，它一般会结合着剧情的
Okay.
关键节点，或者说我们
I like that. That was some kind of like gravitational field or something.
那看到这种异象天气，过去这个地方一般代表就会有对应的一些体验内容。对。那除了天气之外，其实我们对我们游戏里面的一些重点景观也进行了一些定制的设计。
Yeah, absolutely. This is it. This is what I was talking about.
里面的这些树木，其实我们都是有单独设计过的。然后像中间这样一棵
Individually
很大的
redesigned.
树木
Yo, that's
其实也是从
I love that
设
mushroom
计到
tree.
最终都是全新的一套资产，然后也会在这里有一些比较不一样的体验内容。对，然后最后
Oh, I
除
like
了
that. Okay,
开
so
放
those
世界内
trees
容
have
其实我们
importance
也还
then.
有新追加一些副本内容。对，比如说这一次测试可以
Speaking of the
玩到
closed beta,
一些角
y'all
色
better
副
get
本
me up in there.
那
I
副
want
本
it.
里面我们力求想要达到的就是从故事、从场景氛围、从玩法，达到一
nice,
个
okay.
更统一的融合。对，那
I
在
hope the
副本
side
里面我们也会去追求能
Sorry. I hope the side quests for like individual characters and everything like that are not corny little gathering quests, or they're not too simple. Like I really Genshin and Honkai and Tower of Fantasy and any other gotcha games that have been out in the past that are similar to this, or even like just playing RPG gotcha games and stuff like that. I always feel like whenever we have non like banner limited characters and stuff like that, maybe it's a 4-star or 5-star and stuff, they have a fan base for them for sure. Definitely. Like some of my favorite characters in Honkai right now are not even the 6 stars. They're some of the 5 stars. I think I like their cosmetics or their little quirkiness and everything that we get. But the stories that we get for those lower tier characters and everything are kind of, I feel like they're just pushed to like a lower tier of storytelling. So I'm hoping that with the feedback and everything that they've gotten and that they've given so far, they expand on that. They don't have to do it right now at launch, but I hope in the future each character has value in some intrinsic way to allow us to experience that character's development or that character's hardship or growth. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
给玩家带来视觉冲击的一些体验。
说完美术上的优化，我们也该来聊一聊剧情了。毕竟上回测试中把明朝推上风口浪尖的，也就是这一部分。
说到这个，在海外区，我看到有一些讨论，有支持的，也有反对的。我就是好奇，明朝的开发队会有什么看法吗？还是什么改变吗？
如果要彻底的调整剧情，对于一款重内容的2次元游戏来说，无疑是一个非常艰难的决定，因为那意味着我们要把已经完成的任务动线、
that is
演
tough.
出、配音等等这些
That's
资
a
产
lot.
全部推翻重来。但是在看到上一次测试的反馈以及我们综合评估之后，我们意识到这是一件不改不行的事情。只有刮骨疗伤，从头再来，我们才有机会从根本好起来。
Wow.
虽然
That
暂时
hurts.
没有办法
I mean, that
跟大家
had to have
评估
hurt.
剧情的一
And
个改动
it
之后是
sucks
怎么样子的
because
当然可以简单跟大家说一下，目前我们
when
已
you're
经
a
完成了
creator
剧情
or
故
when
事
you're a
将近
writer or a
90%
storyteller and
的
stuff like
全部
that,
迭代
and you don't get the feedback that you want for something that you feel passionate about and you believed was your best work, it's tough.
进行了迭代。
It really is.
没错，包括台本、配音、
They did everything.
任务动线。一部分的
Bro,
美
this
术
is
资
a
产
whole new
甚
game.
至所有的演出资源等等
It truly is a whole rework of what you guys got to experience in closed beta test 1 and everything before this.
包括世界观的一个
It truly is. It's
改动和
rebuilt.
扩写，角色人设的一个优化和调整，包括主线剧情的全部重写。
They
等等
they went and changed
除此
the
之外
actual
一
plot. That's
些保留下
crazy.
来的小部分的支
Not a
线
lot of
呢
companies
我们
would do
内
that.
部
They
也
would
进
give
行了
up.
全面的排查和优化。说实话，这是一个相对破釜沉舟，并且有些
No,
大胆
not
的
at
决
all.
定。
Not at
因为
all.
留给我们剧情调整的时间只有半年多的时间，但它要赶上其他模块已经做了将近2-3年的内容，其实很难描述这段时间团队所承受的压力。
the literal best. This decision right now that they made, I guarantee, is going to put this game a cut above the rest. Once it's released and they get a year to play around or allow us to play around with the game and enjoy it and experience it and have even more feedback once the game is out, I promise you their 1 year anniversary will I mark this. I promise you, mark this today. Their 1 year anniversary will blow every gotcha game anniversary out of the water. I guarantee it. This company right here is going to go far.
我们现在可能还有挺多不足的地方，但是我们会坚持一点一点把它做好。也很欢迎所有的漂泊者来给予我们反馈。
This game is going to go far, I promise you.
一直保持聆听，保持。
This is literally all. I could shut this video off right here, and that's all I needed to hear. This game is going to go far.
实际演示，但我还是有在很多线下展会见到它的身影。除了一些国内的展会，还包括像是德国的科隆游戏展、日本的 TGS、韩国的 G Stars。这些展台前都是人头涌动，非常的。
Bro, I got the same glasses as that man. That's hilarious. I got the same glasses as him.
克隆的 Gamescom 也发现到那个泱泱的 cosplayer 已经有新的调整了，还有白纸在 TGS， 想问一下，还有别的相关角色的调整吗？
好，那接下来就让我给大家介绍一下我们角色相关的一些调整。
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
所有的共赢者都增加了更多的休闲和代替动作。这些动作在这次测试当中，大家也可以去看到。
What a dope design.
对所有的共赢者
I don't know if all those belts are practical, but she look dope.
包括面部的细节、服装的材质，还有体型等等，进行了优化迭代升级。那我们进行
That's my dude right there. Him too. That fool's gangster.
第一个就是更加希望他们更加贴合人设，第二个就更加匹配多平台的战斗动作表现，第三个就是
Those physics are crazy.
曲线的一个优美程度。
Emphasizing the beauty of human bodies.
修改都意味着我们的幕后
Emphasizing those things. That's what you emphasize.
动作的进行套修。那这样一件事情，其实对于我们来说也是一个比较大的工程。
有什么具体的迭代可以举例介绍一下吗？
迭代的点小的或大的都有。小的点更多就是进行了服装的一个调整跟体型的调整。比如说可以看到我们的泱泱，它的服装效果、服装设计，还有它的形体都进行了一次优化调整。那再比如说我们的主角漂泊者
，I wish they would have showed the
服装的重新设计
before and after.
漂泊者的服装会看上去更加
Because I don't know what the before looked like.
举个例子，就是把漂泊者的腿脚我们给设计成了靴子，那也会更适合漂泊者这种日常行动的一个轻便的设定。
That's a good thing too, is that with how nosy, or not nosy, that's not the right word, how picky and how prominent the internet is nowadays. If you do some goofy ass shit on a character, people are gonna call it out instantly. There goes that fucking Gudra. Pokemon gonna sue the shit out these dudes.
当然可以了。这次测试漂泊者们不只能接触到一名新角色哦。那这里先跟大家介绍一名吧。库洛作为一家来自广东的公司，我们对醒狮的文化其实是有一些感情。
Lion dance culture, yo, hell yeah.
能把醒狮文化融入到明朝的世界当中去。那么基于我们这样的一个愿景下，所诞生的一个新角色羚羊。
Bro, that sunset right there looked phenomenal. Yo, bro, did my man just throw some drums down and stand up? You know what I just noticed? That shit looks like the rover almost. Nah, maybe not. Kind of. She's probably my new favorite character, besides Dragon Boy McGee. Oh, that's like playing with the reed. I didn't read what he said. If that's what he said, then I'm tripping. Oh my god. 1,000,000,000%. That's my new favorite character. Bro. She countered the fuck out that man.
技能特效也有调整吗？
其实我们一直致力于在多平台打造更好的视觉跟战斗体验。那么其实在这一段时间，我们对角色的 技能特效，包括镜头表现也做了比较多的优化。
Camera movements is a huge thing
比如说
too.
大家可以看一看像漂泊者
Especially
的共鸣
like
解放的
dynamic
一个
moves
对
like
比
this.
再比如可以看到我们技研的共鸣解
Full
放
of
的
the
对
goat.
比，其实我们都是做过了优化调整的。其次呢，在一些通用的动作模组上，像基础的跑步行为啊、极限闪避啊、逆势回击之类的动作，也是
Oh
一直在不断地做优化
yes.
的。目的就是让大家在
Having
每
a
个平台上
dynamic
都能体验到
evasion
比较好的动作战斗
with
体验
like a iframe and stuff like that is huge, especially
既然说到了战斗技能
if they're adding like those effects or whatever.
上一
It
次
looks
的
dope.
测试中，我会觉得正品可能有过于频繁了，反而体验不是很好。不知道有优化吗？
当然有。其实，在上一次测试之后呢，
He
我
said
们也一
it
直在
was
密切的关注
interrupting
这个
my
问题。
gameplay.
针对这个问题，我们主要做了3个方向的优化。首先我们调整了正频的震动幅度和震动频率，也加入了分级的配置和曲线过渡，让正频会更加柔和一些。
Oh yeah, that's a
其次
big difference.
在战斗中的一个镜头灵敏度，我们也进行了一个
A
动
s-
态调
yeah,
整，
it's a
过渡也会更加的
big
平滑。
difference for
最后其实我
transition
们
to
在
be
基础技
smooth
能的优化上
when
面
you're
一直在
trying
做迭
to
代。现在
go
在
for
战斗
perfect
当中的
runs.
一个帧率会更加的稳定一些。
有个问题
Frame rate
明朝的
and
战斗
transition
拥有
will
很强的
mess you up
机动
in
性，虽然
99%
打起来
of
很
games
爽
if you're trying to
但
go
是
for
同时
perfect
带来的
runs.
还有画面的
It's
频繁
impossible
变
because you
化
can't time
或
things
是低电
correctly.
波锁定。这个
Our
问题
eyes
我
are
之前
already
测试
having
中
trouble. Like
还遇
human
到
eyes
挺
already
多
have
的。
trouble adjusting at 60
没错，
frames per
这个问
second,
题其实也是
let
我
alone
们
with
一直在关
any
注的。
outside
在这次测试
forces
当
or
中
anything
大家
like
可以
that.
看到我们阶段性的
Rattling
一
the
个优化成果
screen or
这个
the
问题
frame
其实
rate
我们
dropping
主
and
要
going
做
up,
了这
we're
么几个优
adjusting
化。
to it, so it
首
makes
先
it
是优
tough
化了镜
to
头的一
to
个
keep
锁
up
定
with that
逻
stuff.
辑，解决了非常多的一个丢锁情况。现在锁定怪物这件事情
Lock
变
on
得
is
非
huge.
常稳
It's
定。
it's a small
其次
feature,
我
but
们
it's huge to
针对
me.
了每一个怪物，甚至
I love
技
that
能
stuff.
去定制镜头的跟
Yo,
随
that dodge was
让
gangster.
画面
Oh
当
my
中都能一直
God.
关注到
Bro,
每
let
一
this
个
game
动
come
作
out
信息。
already. I'm done. I'll
说
quit
到
everything
战斗
else and
明
just
朝的
play this
QTE
solely
机制对我
100%.
印象深刻。在上次
100%.
测试战斗中，通过频繁的切换公民者触发 QTE 机制，能让战斗节奏变得十分舒适。这个机制目前还有保留吗？
当然有保留。QTE 机制是明朝战斗非常重要的一个组成部分，我们现在称之为延奏技能和变奏技能。
Intro
那
skill
么
and
在战斗
outro
中，你可以
skill.
击打
Feel the
共鸣
resonant
能量，
engage.
在共鸣能量充满时，你就可以通过切人触发下场角色的延奏技能以及上场角色的变奏技能。那这两个技能会让整
Interesting.
个战斗变得更加的流畅以及爽快。那当然，每一个共鸣
Interesting.
者的
That's
延奏
pretty
技能
freaking
和变奏
cool.
技能都是单独进行设计的。这么做的一个目的是希望漂泊者们能在战前
Wow.
更加自由的一个配对策略。那在战斗当中，则可以专注于联携战斗本身，以及与怪物的一个战斗交互。
其实战斗部分算得上是
Dude,
明朝
I
的一个
I
强项
guarantee some of the
玩家们
supports
既
and
可以通
healers and
过一
stuff,
系
their
列简单
intro
的操作
skills
就
and
能
outro
互相的
skills,
连
and
接
I don't know, they probably already have this
同
stuff
时
out
也
there.
保留了一些
I
细腻
haven't
的操作空间
researched a
其实
lot
挺
of the
好奇的
gameplay
明
yet
朝
because
在
I don't
这
want to
一
get
部分
spoiled. I
有
want to
做
get
出了
this
新的
beta
突破
test
嘛
and feel like
其
it's
实
new for
我
me.
们的目标一直
But
是
I
想让
guarantee
不
that
管
some of the
是否
characters,
做中
if
的
they're
动作
doing
游
this
戏
or
的
if they
玩
haven't
家
already,
都可
it
以
would be
比较
crazy
快
if
地
they
熟
had
悉
healers
明
and
朝的
supports and
动作战
debuffers
斗
and stuff,
以
their
及
intro
体
and
验到
outro
明朝
skills
动作战斗
was
的一
like
个
a
爽感。
heal
那
or like
基
a
于这个目
buff
标
or a
我们
debuff
一
or
直
something
在
once they
原
jump
章
out.
上面，包括手感上面进行持续的迭代优化，这件事情是不会停下脚步的。那么这一次测试，
Damn, she's hitting them hoes
我
like
们做了
Dante.
一些小小的优化，大家也可以体验到赤霞的一个滑场技能，现在可以无缝的衔接它的移动设
He's
置了。
slanging 'em.
像之前
Yo, she was doing that with that was not guns, that was just her
之前
hands.
的深海系统
Wait a minute.
相信开发组对于这个
Wait a
做
minute.
法应该还有不少想说的吧。
没错，明朝世界的长项怪物在收服之后可以变成深海，为玩家战斗所使用。它们不仅能够提供数值上
Capture
的提升，
monsters and
还
use them
能够
in
成为各
battle,
种
bro.
各样可在战
Pokemon
斗中
out
使
to
用的独特
get
深海
y'all.
技
I
能。
promise
既
they
然之
coming
前
for
已经说
y'all.
了那么多的改动，相信这个深
They
海系统应
coming
该
to
也有了
get
不少的
y'all.
进化。
Y'all done copied
没错，
Gudra.
首先我们全面优化了
They
深
gotta
海
have
技
some
能的战斗
dragons in
表
there,
现
bro.
不仅变
I
得更加
guarantee they got
华丽，
Rayquaza
甚至也
flying
更加
around
的流
somewhere.
畅。这里给大家展示一下非
Oh,
常之新的
damn.
深海技能，大家可以看一下对比。我们对使
Yo
用深海技能后的动作和镜头进行了优化，还有一些
That's a
深海技
different
能
layer,
也将
bro.
拥有更加特殊的功能，可以在战斗
That's
中
a
起
whole
到对
different
称的
layer
作
of
用。
combat. That's
比
insane.
如
I love
这
it.
里无冠者使用了一个红色预警的特殊技攻击， 击。此时我们可以使用金鸟深海技来应对，把无冠者击落，并造成较大的硬值，获得更好的输出空间。针对深海，我们还有2个新的小改动，一个是全新设计的深海图鉴界面， 现在漂泊者可以在这个界面当中看到专门设计的深海
I don't know
模
what it
型，
looked
能够
like
像
before,
欣赏
but
手
that
办
looks
一
pretty
样
cool.
360度观看自己已经获得的深海。
哇
Yo, that
怎么
turtle.
变得那么
Turtles are
可
my
爱
favorite.
很期待啊
Turtles, dragons,
另外
sloths.
还有一个我们现在正在尝试当中的一个
Turtles,
玩法
dragons,
功能
sloths.
漂
Those
泊者
three.
们可以在广袤的世界探索或者玩法
All the
当中
goofy-
接触到
goofy
异象
animals.
深海。异象深海的外观呢，与普通深海会有比较大的差异，且更具有收藏的价值。那么获得异象深海之后，你甚至可以在联机当中展示给你的好友观看。
Nice. That's
喜欢
dope.
收
It's
集
like
的
a
玩家真的是有福
yeah, like a
不过
collector
根据
trophy or
之前的
something.
测试，这个
That's
深
dope.
海系统和数值的绑定似乎比较紧密，会不会担心这给玩家带去比较重的养成负担呢？
所以在上一次测试结束之后，我们内部也是有计划的，想要去降低深海的一个获取门槛。在之前的测试当中，你如果想要获取某种深海，只能到满世界去寻找它，其实是一个相对比较折腾的过程。我们也收到了比较多的关于这。
In regards to making it easier, I really hope that they add or they keep some kind of aspect of having like rarer or achievement based echoes or something that not everyone is just going to have. I know that's a lot of people would like to collect everything, but I feel like games like this, they should be allowed to have some kind of like difficulty challenge that, since they're not going to have like a leaderboard or like pay to win PvP or anything like that, at least make the collection aspect something of some sort of achievement. Like back when I used to play World of Warcraft, there was some mounts that you would see like maybe 3 or 4 people on a server have this mount. And it's because they went through like the rigorous tasks or quests or daily grinding of a certain thing to achieve this. And not all of them have to take skill to get, but I think some of them should. I think some of them should be a battle based echo that you have to beat like a boss, where like stats and gear and stuff like that don't matter, so it's just purely skill based. So it's not like you can cheese your way through it. And of course 100% people will find a way to cheese through it. Great, let them. That's what people like to do, is fine. But I think there should be some kind of achievement system built into the game where other people can show off echoes that they've worked hard to get. Same thing with like cosmetics. I think cosmetics is a great way that these companies can actually draw more people in that are in more of like the hardcore action RPG style games and stuff like that like achievements. They can draw in a different set of people when they put these things into the game, and it doesn't take away anything, any playability from the game, from people who are more casual. More casual people will still have the ability to try and get that, and it'll be the pinnacle of which they can achieve on their account as a casual player. If they don't want to go for it, it's not going to make them stronger. It's not going to make them better in combat. It's not going to make their story progress any different. But it allows for the more hardcore fan base, or I wouldn't even say fan base, because casual players are usually the hardcore fan base, but hardcore players, when it looks to skill and difficulty and stuff like that, it gives us more of a challenge than just grinding the same thing over and over in end game. I'll be really surprised if they put something like that in, but I think it would be a great idea if they just happen to randomly hear this video, or in the future if someone else that's bigger than me that says the same thing, I hope they implement it.
现在的一个搭配逻辑相对会更加简单一些。我们采
God, that was an echo, bro. What?
那这种方式
Yo, those are legendary looking.
更加的自由。
那就像刚才提到，
Holy
玩家可以
shit,
在
I
明
thought it
确
was
的
just some little
开放
Pokemon
自己
looking
的
things.
手
Them
机
fools
生态
Digimon
除此之
involved.
外，还有什么内容是供玩家们
Those
探索
are
的吗
fucking gods
特
in
别是
your
按照之
pocket,
前的
bro.
反馈不少玩家都希望在这个世界中能够获得更多和战斗相关的体验。
玩家们的反馈其实我们都有收到，所以在这段时间，除了优化跟维护老的玩法，我们也开发了一些新的战斗玩法和挑战型的玩法。
She got
比
me
如说
excited. I
刚才
had
有
to
提
sit
到的
up.
无音区，现在每一个无音区都会有一个简单的 buff 设计，带来不一样的战斗体验。那么针对喜欢挑战的玩家呢，我们在地图里面投放了有更高难度的 BOSS 挑战。那么在你通关这个 BOSS 挑战之后，甚至可以获得异象深海。
I swear on everything in my life I haven't watched this
克
video.
林深海才能进行游玩的。
这样看的话，玩家确实在明朝的开放
I
世界里有
promise
更
on
多更充实的内容可以
everything
去体验。
I will get
没
struck
错，
by
这也
lightning
是
right
我
now. I
们
haven't
一直
watched
在
this.
努
That's
力尝试的方向，
crazy.
让明朝世界的一个战斗难度有所
Everything
提
that I
升。
asked for, these fools
OK， 我们聊了这么
a
多
minute
了
or two after
其实
just
到
said
现
it.
在为
That's
止我的
crazy.
心情一直都还是比较忐忑的。但我们深知，只有做好的游戏才是玩家认同的根源。
Absolutely.
为了这个目标呢，
And
我们也
not
会
only
一直
make the
保持
game
进
good,
步不断地努
respond
力
to your
是，
community.
其实对于像明朝这样规模的项目，
Respond
无论
and
是
stay
推翻重做
consistent.
一些东西，
Stay on your
还是
word.
不断新的
And if
尝
there's
试，
things that you
它都
can't
既需
achieve
要
in the
太多
time
的
that you
勇气，
give, then
同
let
时
us
如何去
know
完成这
and
些的
don't
努
just
力，
hide behind
这些才是最
Twitter
宝
or
贵的。
hide behind
这
any
也是我
website or
一直以来
anything
当
like
初
that.
喜欢明朝的原因。
Support us and we'll
谢
support
谢
you.
谢
I
谢
promise you.
明
Support
朝
us
其
and
实
we'll
还有
support
蛮
you.
长的路要走的，但不管怎么样，希望每一个漂泊者都可以在明朝团队里，每一个同学认真做出了这个游戏里面玩得开心，获得快乐。我们也非常非常期待在阔别将近1年之后，和各位漂泊者们的再次相遇。
其实听完这些，我现在也蛮激动了，希望现在就能玩明朝。
没关系，我们很快就会在明朝的全新测试里面相见的。
Nah, don't give him the
好
chance. Give me
那
the
今
chance.
天
That
明
man
朝
already
开
got
发
to
组
try
特
it.
别对谈节目就到此结束了，真的特别感谢2位嘉宾的到来，谢谢2位。
谢谢。
OK， 时间过得飞快，那我们就相约在明朝的全新一轮测试里面再见啦。
Phenomenal.
拜拜。
拜拜。
Phenomenal, bro. Everything about that was amazing. It seemed to be from closed beta test 1, everything that you guys put into the existence in front of them and let them know about the game. It seemed like they listened. If they missed anything in this interview that everyone was talking about that they wanted to update or change or add, please let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what people who have played closed beta test 1, what they have to think about this video as well. Let's open a conversation down here. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We will be doing daily or every other day Wuthering Waves content. And this channel is for gacha games and gacha games like Wuthering Waves and other things individually. You can find them on this channel. I do daily content. We will be starting our Twitch here soon. I do want to stream Wuthering Waves and a couple other games coming up, but Wuthering Waves 100% when it drops will be the main focus of this channel. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in for this, and I hope to see you in the next one.